There comes a moment in your spiritual growth when something quietly, almost imperceptibly, shifts inside you. You begin noticing that the same conversations, the same routines, the same ambitions everyone around you finds meaningful no longer move you. It's subtle at first, like waking up earlier than everyone else in a dark room. You look around and realize you can no longer fall back asleep, no matter how hard you try. This experience is not glamorous. It's not the mystical bliss people imagine. It feels like stepping out of a familiar house and suddenly realizing you don't have a key to get back in. You walk outside into an unfamiliar landscape, wider, deeper, frighteningly honest. And you can't explain to anyone why their world suddenly feels too small for you. Outgrowing people doesn't mean you've become superior. It means life has cracked you open in ways they haven't reached yet. It means the questions that keep you awake at night are questions they've never dared to ask. And this creates a gap, one wide enough to swallow entire relationships whole. People around you begin sensing your shift long before you speak a word about it. They notice the silence, the change in your eyes, the absence of your old enthusiasm. They don't know how to articulate it, but they know you are no longer one of them. And nothing frightens the sleeping more than someone who has woken up. When you grow, you shed your shell, just like every creature that dares to evolve. The shedding is not beautiful. It is raw, vulnerable, tender. Your new skin hasn't hardened yet, and the world feels sharper, louder, more chaotic than before. But staying in the old shell, that would kill the part of you that's meant to live. The trouble begins when you try to explain your transformation. You attempt to put the indescribable into words, your realizations, your new clarity, your deeper sense of meaning. But to those who haven't changed, your truth sounds like madness. Your insights sound like rebellion. Your growth sounds like betrayal. They ask, "Why are you different?" But what they really mean is, "Why aren't you predictable anymore? Why don't you fit into my expectations? Why aren't you playing the same game?" Because your old identity was convenient for them. Your awakening is not. And so the danger begins. Not physical danger, but emotional, social, existential. The danger of losing the tribe that shaped you. The danger of stepping outside the circle only to discover no one is waiting on the other side. You learn quickly that spiritual evolution is not about floating away in bliss. It is about standing alone in the wilderness of your own truth. The sun rises on a new inner world you didn't ask for, and yet it's the only place that feels real. Trying to return to your old life becomes impossible. It's like trying to wear clothes that no longer fit. You might squeeze into them for a moment, but the discomfort is unbearable. You smile politely at conversations you no longer resonate with. You nod along with values you no longer share, and inside, a quiet voice whispers, "Not anymore." You begin seeing through illusions you once lived inside. The games people play, status, validation, competition, performance, become transparent. And once you see the strings behind the puppet show, you cannot pretend the puppets are real anymore. This new clarity alienates people. They think you're distant, cold, uninterested. But the truth is far simpler. You cannot unsee what you've seen. You cannot unknow what you now know. And pretending would be the real betrayal of yourself. Then comes the loneliness. A loneliness so profound it almost feels like grieving your old self. You look around at the people you've walked with for years and realize they cannot follow you into this new inner terrain. The language of your soul has changed, and they no longer speak it. During this stage, you might feel tempted to shrink back, to dim your light, to make yourself small so others can remain comfortable. But shrinking is spiritual death. Dimming your awareness only returns you to the sleep you fought so hard to wake from. You begin living in two worlds. The world you've outgrown and the world you haven't fully stepped into yet. You appear normal on the outside, but inside, everything is shifting, rearranging, dissolving. You show up to conversations, but feel like a visitor. You laugh, but feel slightly apart from the room. People around you sense the gap. Some pull away, some criticize, some try to convince you that you are changing for the worse. Rarely because they care, but because your transformation threatens their sense of stability. Your growth makes them confront their stagnation. You start losing people, not dramatically, but gradually. Conversations fade, connections weaken, relationships slip away quietly, like sand through fingers. And each loss hurts, even when you know it's necessary. But here's the paradox. The more you awaken, the less you can tolerate anything that pulls you back into unconsciousness. forced conversations, shallow pursuits, emotional games. They become suffocating. Your soul rejects them like a body rejecting poison. You begin craving sincerity, depth, stillness. You're no longer interested in who people pretend to be, only in what they actually are. And this craving reshapes your entire life, often without your permission. Eventually, you reach a powerful realization. You were never meant to fit in where you once belonged. You were meant to evolve, to shed, to grow, to push beyond the boundaries of the tribe. Your loneliness is not a punishment, it's preparation. And here is where the transformation takes a dramatic turn. You begin seeing the purpose in your isolation. The silence becomes a teacher. The emptiness becomes a doorway. You begin hearing your own voice more clearly than ever before. Slowly, you stop chasing people. You stop explaining yourself. You stop seeking approval. For the first time, you feel the freedom of not needing to be understood. You realize that your peace is worth more than other people's comfort. You start noticing that certain relationships never belonged to your future, only to your history. They served their purpose. They shaped you, but they cannot accompany you into the self you're becoming. Then something unexpected happens. In the quiet, in the solitude, in the space left behind by everyone who drifted away, something begins to grow inside you. Strength, authenticity, a sense of inner authority you've never known before. Your loneliness transforms into solitude, a sacred solitude, not empty, but spacious, not sad, but liberating. You discover that being alone is not the same as being abandoned. It is the birthplace of your real self. You begin attracting new people, not many, but a few. People who resonate with your new frequency. People who want depth, clarity, honesty. People who don't fear your growth because they are growing too. These new connections feel radically different. No performance, no masks, no pressure to shrink or pretend. It feels like speaking your native language after years of translating yourself for others. You look back at your old life and realize something astonishing. The danger you feared, the danger of losing everyone, was actually the gateway to finding the people who truly belong with you. Your relationships become fewer but deeper. Conversations become rarer but richer. You no longer chase quantity, you value authenticity. And this shift changes the entire trajectory of your life. You begin understanding that outgrowing people is not an act of rejection, but an act of evolution. You didn't walk away from them, you walked toward a deeper truth inside yourself. Finally, you accept the most liberating truth of this entire journey. You are not responsible for dragging anyone into their own awakening. Their path is theirs. Your path is yours. And spiritual growth is not a group activity. You stop apologizing for your transformation. You stop softening your insides. You stop tiptoeing around your own wisdom. Your life becomes aligned internally and externally for the first time. The fear of being misunderstood dissolves. You see now that being misunderstood is simply a sign that you're speaking a language others haven't learned yet. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to join you. Your new life slowly emerges, quietly, organically, and it fits you better than anything that came before. You feel like you're finally living the life your soul tried to guide you toward for years. You experience a profound calm, a groundedness, a knowing that the path you're on is not a mistake, not a phase, not a rebellion, but a homecoming, a return to the self you buried under years of conditioning. The old fear of losing people is replaced by a new fear, losing yourself. And so you protect your awareness, your clarity, your growth, not out of selfishness, but out of deep self-respect. You realize the real danger was never outgrowing others. The real danger was staying in places where your soul could no longer breathe. Growth saved you from a life that would have quietly suffocated you. You become someone who can walk alone without feeling lonely. Someone who can love people without clinging to them. Someone who can let go without collapse. And this emotional independence is the true mark of awakening. Your presence itself becomes a message. You don't need to convince anyone to grow. You don't need to preach. You simply embody what you've learned, and those who are ready will feel it. And finally, you understand, outgrowing people is not the end of your journey. It is the doorway to the beginning of it. The moment you choose authenticity over belonging, truth over comfort, evolution over familiarity, you step into the life that was waiting for you all along.